Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Hopefully we're doing good. Just wait a couple minutes for some people to join. I haven't been on my PC that long this morning, so I'm still catching up on some things from this morning. Okay, we will break down yesterday's trade. Let me grab that for you. If anyone missed yesterday, this was the trade we took on stream. I've obviously sped it up to 16 times speed. The full recording is on the archived videos in the Whoop channel. We just took live in the trading room on Whoop, and you can see here long at 133s. This was a halfway back on a micro time frame, and I have uploaded or will be uploading the full video breakdown to this on the actual main YouTube channel. And you can see getting off there for our first target at 188 and moving the stop up, so it's a risk-free trade, and we get done on all of our targets. 197 for the last target, and we get done for $600 on the day. This was the trade. So that was the trade yesterday. Beautiful trade in terms of waiting for that confirmation and at least not just blindly following a level, right? So we will move over to TradingView, and I'll just show the 5 and the half an hour, and I do want to just make sure I've got the stream up on YouTube so I can see if there's any questions. So I got the 5 and the half an hour. We traded our traditional, which was on Friday's close after trading the RTH and ETH low of day for the ATRs. We went all the way to the full negative 100 before the market opened yesterday. So I was looking for that same anchor new high, which we got. And we are very close to completing that target from the 38 at 25 120s all the way up there to 25 317s. That target lines up really nicely with another draw that I'm looking at as well, which we'll break down in a second. But this was above the trend momentum indicator here on the right hand side. And that's pretty much all I've got for the half an hour time frame in terms of just having a zoomed out view. Obviously we ATR'd into that level as well, and then obviously came right back out, came up to the previous day high. I took off for about 60 points, 5 micro, $600 per account. That was yesterday's trade, and again, looking on that, that was pretty much trading the high to high as well. So you had the high to high and also the same anchor new high from the traditional on Friday. Both of those draws were valid. So just look at those full completions later on today, and that's why you can see on my screen I have what is the 23 of the high to high at 288 and also 317s for the traditional. Looking on the 5-minute time frame, the actual trade we took yesterday was right back down here, and I'm just wondering why. Oh, I know why. Just bear with me 1 second. There we go. So yesterday's trade was down here, and again, this is the level that I went long at 133s, which actually it would actually be, this was the same anchor new high, and then the traditional, I waited for the 2 green diamonds to show. I drew the halfway back, and we traded that at 10.55. My entry was 133, as you can probably see on here. Trade we just took live in the trade, and I rode that all the way to the 62. In fact, I think I rode it all the way, yeah, pretty much to 62 in the negative 100. That was a full completion, and we came up to that full negative 100, and we did pop higher, but we pretty much, where did we close the day at? Pretty much closed the day right back into kind of where I took profits. So quite happy in terms of where I took profits. On the overnight session, all we've done is come down back into discount and traded that same extension anchor. So the 38, and if you draw to the new high, again, all we've done It's traded the 38 once, green diamond, traded the 38 twice, 2 green diamonds, and essentially I haven't really traded, I don't know if Sam has any different draws than me, but I haven't really got any traditionals in here, which make it kind of difficult to follow the move if you're not already long, and you basically just have to bid this and risk accordingly. But there isn't really any traditionals out of the 5-minute time frame on here. Like drawing from this anchor to this high is like a 79% fade long, but it's not a clean traditional, so it's not something I would necessarily have on my screen. All I would probably be looking for on the open is a traditional, which will probably line up with the overnight midpoint, which is currently at 196. So this orange line on my screen is the overnight midpoint. 196s, that will obviously change as we make a new high or new low of day. So yeah, really that's all I have going into today's open. It'll just be, again, bias is going to be long. I really don't mind letting this kind of just rally a little bit, and then even if I had to draw a full same anchor new high and draw this up, I really don't mind. I think we have to probably wait for a pullback down to, I'm just going to draw a zone at the moment, which is going to be around 180s to 160s. It's a 20-point range, and that's all I'm really going to draw. And I don't really mind about not getting into a trade if we don't actually get that level trade. That's probably what I'm going to be looking for, because just simply put, there hasn't really been any traditionals. And if I drew this, that would probably line up with a 61% retracement. But that's all I really have. I'm going to zoom out and show you a daily chart in a second. But yeah, this is pretty much the high, and I guarantee you could probably draw that like that as well. And there you go, that lines up perfectly. So that would also be the high to high from Friday. And you would be bidding either 186s or 159s to see if there's any support down at that level. That is all I have. I am just going to keep that draw on both charts. Oops. Yeah, 317s, and I would alert that as well, 317s. That is also, we've just completed yesterday's ETH high of day as well. So yesterday we were waiting to complete this ETH ATR, and we failed, got very closer. Then this morning we have actually traded that, so that's nice to see. Looking on the dailies and the weeklies, obviously not much has changed. We are going to continue to be bullish until proven otherwise. People probably ask me when am I going to turn bearish. I will let you know when we turn bearish, but in short, you will see a red histogram on the BX trender. This is a free indicator on TradingView, and you won't need to worry about missing any potential shorts if you are watching that as an indicator for the daily or the weekly. But in short, bulls are going to be in control until I say otherwise, or until the BX tells me, basically. So there's nothing really to say in terms of momentum dying, right? It will be strong until proven otherwise, right? So yeah, it'll just be a case of going long. I think that is going to be the theme of the day, and the theme of the week, the theme of the month, and theme of the year, until something really drastically changes. Does that mean you can't take micro shorts here and there? Of course you can, but again, what I'm trying to say is the easy trades are probably going to be to the long side. It's just waiting for those pullbacks, and sometimes they're going to take a couple of days. Sometimes you might miss a move, like the majority of the move might be on the overnight session, and you may miss that due to your time zone, and you will just have to be patient for that pullback. And if you don't, that is where you may, take the trades that you shouldn't be taking. And unfortunately, we are the ones that control the buttons, and not anyone else. So just be mindful of that. Wait for those pullbacks. We are obviously at all-time highs, but typically at all-time highs, you continue to make all-time highs until something drastic happens. Interesting to note as well, like I mentioned yesterday, the previous week and the previous month highs where we currently are. So this will probably need to build out to actually form some sort of value to build a strong base to continue higher. So we could spend a couple of weeks in this area. It's not really going to matter too much. And if you want to zoom out and look at those weekly ATRs, obviously you've got 450 points left on the week and 1,085 on the month. So what that tells me is you've still got 2 or 3 weeks left in the month. So you're probably going to base out at least 1 or 2 weeks of those months, because you can't really trade 1,500 points when you've only really got 1,000 left. So one of these weeks out of the rest of the month, we are going to spend basing in terms of building support, i.e. not really going anywhere from a high or a low. Okay, that is all I have this morning. If there's any questions, let me know. I will jump over to Whoop and we will go live. I think I've pretty much broken down everything I wanted to break down. If there's any questions or if I've missed anything, let me know. Anyone on YouTube who's not a member, click the link below to look at becoming a member. Anyone on Whoop, I will see you over there